when you're testifying for your patient that you treated, are you an expert witness? No, you're not. No, you're not. You're the treating physician. You're not an expert witness. Okay? There's a higher standard to be an expert witness, okay, as opposed to the treating physician. Now, most of you guys never want to be an expert witness. It's a higher standard. There's more, there's more, you got to be a black belt in the game, okay? And most chiropractors I know don't want to testify for other patients or for their attorneys, other clients that they didn't treat. But I will tell you, that happens a lot. When my guys start working with attorneys and they start showing them what they know, one of the first things that commonly happens is that attorney says, can you testify for this patient that I have that this other chiropractor worked on? He doesn't want the other chiropractor to work on him now. Why? That attorney now knows. That attorney now knows because you educated the attorney how it all works. Now he knows how much that guy doesn't know and how he's not going to be able to pull his weight in court. So now he wants you to help with a good case that's not your patient. I can't tell you how many times that happens. Happens all the time. Has that happened to you yet?
Yeah.
Is that not true?
Like right now, like I've got like probably 2 a month attorneys call me. Can you like get this case to higher value?
Right.
And,
Now the good news about that is what? What's that say about you and your education to the attorney? You're doing a good job showing him you know what to do. And he's recognizing that he's in trouble with this other guy as the treating doctor.
How much should I charge those guys?
Okay. And you know, one of the questions goes, should I do it? Should I not do it? And I'm going, well, it's up to you. The good news is I would do it for the relationship. Okay? So I would do it. But it's a pain. It's a huge pain. Why is it a huge pain? You know how much time and energy you're going to have to spend on that case to learn that case? And then you're going to have to defend all the mistakes. Now look at you guys. Look how much you didn't know before you came in here and all the mistakes you were doing. Are you with me? Now, let's say you go and do that. Imagine you now going to have to go to that type of chiropractor and defend his documentation. How fun is that going to be?
I don't want to defend my own now.
Right. Right. See, that's exactly right. And so you will spend, it's no fun. It takes way more time to go in and study that. And it's going to be crappy. You're going to have to piece it together to put it into the 6 steps to make it work. But why will I still do it anyway if I were you? It's for the relationship. It's for the relationship. I'm going to help him out. He's in a tight spot. I'm going to help him out even though it's nothing that I want to deal with. Nothing. I'll help you out. But I'll usually let him know, you know, I don't want to be doing this regularly, but if you're in a tight spot, I said, I'd rather just start with the patient from the beginning. And that's usually what happens. Then the attorney just goes, this guy obviously knows what he's doing. I'm just going to bring him over here. Okay? So, oh yeah, you'll win those cases. Yeah. You'll win the cases just because of what I said, just because you know how to put the case together. You know you need some mechanism of injury, you know you're subjective, you know you need some hybrid, you need some kind of objective, and then tell it in the sequence of 6 steps and defend it. So you'll have some of that in some format, and then when you deliver it in the 6 steps, that still sounds unbelievably good compared to what's going on out there. So yeah, you'll take crap documentation, and now that you know what you need to do, you'll take crap documentation and put lipstick on a pig, you know. You'll be able to do that now, that's for sure. You can do that now, right? You could, just knowing what you know now, you could do that. Yeah. Okay, so that's just a comment about, now, in other words, if, like he was saying, so what he was saying is he was trying to show essentially that the insurance company was trying to show you're a hired gun. That's what essentially is kind of happening, to try to make you look negative like you're a hired gun because you only do your patient's work. So, no problem. I mean, it's never been a problem. When I was practicing, I wasn't an expert witness when I practiced. I only testified for my patients, that's it. I never was hired and never held myself out to be an expert. So I don't see it as that big of a problem. I see it as one of those peripheral scratches. Remember I told you there's like the core and then they'll scratch. That's one of those peripheral scratches when they don't have much. You know, they're going to scratch for something. That's what that is. That's that little crap they try to scratch for because they can't touch your case when you structure it like what we talk about. That's what that is. So, and you'll never be unscathed. Never. I mean, you'll never just walk in and go, I nailed him here, nailed him here, nailed him here, nailed him there, and it's over. No. There'll be the little scratches. You just need to worry about the main corridor of the documentation and telling the story. You better not mess that up. The peripheral stuff, it's just going to be little scratches. That's it. You know, like I told you with trying to nullify the CRMA with the Daubert principle, that's a little scratch. That's all that is. What he just said about, oh, you don't testify for the defense at all, that's a little scratch. That's all that is. I am not going to worry about trying to get on my record that I've testified for the defense at all. At all.